What's going on, everybody? Justin here. The Winds of Change is the channel name. Thank you for stopping by. We're going to make an Ollie's trip today. It is my weekly Friday stop at Ollie's. This one's about an hour away from my house, but I'm in the area anyway once a week, so I'm just going to stop by and see what they got. This Ollie's is the same one that I found a bunch of reels at, fishing reels, and some other like health and beauty type things. And so I'm hoping maybe they've restocked, because I've went to like 3 other Ollies that are closer to where I live at and didn't find them at all. So I'm hoping they have some good stuff here. And I'm going to take y'all with me to check it out. So let's go. All right, so all of their reels were here last time, and I'm not seeing any. So when we bought all of them last time, that may have been it. They may not have gotten any more. So maybe they'll come up in another part of the store. I'm not sure. Oh, let's keep looking here. Here's some Dunkin' Post cereal, mocha latte. It's $2. Now, I did get approved for this, but I'm not going to pick it up. July of 2022, and it is the middle of May, so you'll probably get away with selling it. 74,000 seller ranking. You'd make $2 on it, so you'd be doubling your money. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10, so 20, really like $40. But I like to make, like if I spend 2 to make 2, I'd like to have the sales rank a little bit lower. I'm still sort of learning food. I've sold things at 75,000, but I've also bought things at 75,000. They're still sitting, so I'm not quite sure about that. And just for the $2 profit on something with an expiration date is not a good call for me. But that's out there, and you know, some of y'all might want to make that call and do that. So that is just fine. We'll check out the toys here. Not really expecting anything great during this time of year on toys. They really don't get a whole lot in, but we're gonna look. Oh, these right here, a couple people have commented on my other video with this about picking these up for 40, and then they were selling for like, I think like in the hundreds, but now they're selling for like 77. So I'm glad I didn't pick any up, because the price has really dropped on them, leaving not a lot of profit behind, and they're big. They're selling in the 60s, and so you're only gonna make like $6 profit, and spending 40 to make 6 is not a good move, especially at 200,000 something seller rank for toys. Sort of as expected. Actually exactly as expected. Nothing really in the toys right now. They do have a bunch of Barbies and stuff like that. You know, I mean, if you got kids or whatever that play with that stuff, then Ollie's has a lot of good deals, but online they're selling for not that much more or even less, so no money to be made, so not good for resellers. So here's an example of why you have to be careful when you're sourcing. This Old Spice Tundra with mint, it's $2.99, and if you look what it's selling for, it looks like you're going to make about like $5 or $6 profit, but it's for a 2-pack. So you need to definitely make sure before you scoop something up that it's not an actual 2-pack. So you would actually not going to make very much at all if you have to put in a 2-pack. So I'm going to leave that behind. Now this is actually a pretty sweet deal here. This Kiwi Botanicals. They're $3 and they're selling for $14, so you're going to make about $4 each on them. At 190,000 seller rank in health and beauty, that's pretty good. Those would sell, and you'd make $4 on them, and you're spending 3, so that's pretty nice. I'm actually going to leave it here though. There's a few of them in the other aisle, but I'm going on vacation and I don't really have enough for a box right now at the house, so I don't want to just buy 4 or 5 of those and leave them sit around. It's not enough to send into Amazon, and I am not sure, you know, I won't be able to get a box probably until the next couple weeks, enough items to send in, because I'm going to be on vacation. So if I find enough stuff here to make a whole box, then I'll come back and get those, because then I know that I'll be able to send them in. Here's some more items that you're going to double up on. So you're spending 2 and you're going to make about $2.50 profit. This is a call that you'll have to make. these are 56,000 seller rankings, so they're selling super fast. So like if you just bought this 4-pack right here, 250, 250, 250, 250, this is $10 right here, right? I mean 56,000. So here's 10, and then here's 20, and then it looks like yeah, there's some behind it. So 10, 20, there's $30 right there. 10, 20, 30. You gotta be careful though, because this Manuka honey and apricot is different than this coconut milk and chai, and this only sells for like 7 or 8 right here, where this sells for 10. So that'd be a good score right there. That'd be something that I definitely would pick up. Always want to check the food. This stuff here, there's a bunch of different kinds of these twinnings, and you sell them in a 6-pack, and they're $2 each, so you spend $12. And I did pick up some of these, and I showed them in another video. Amazon is on the listing, and I sent in I think about like 10 6-packs, and even also made a short little video about how to make a multi-pack. So yeah, I sent in those multi-packs, and I did sell one. Amazon is on the listing, so they are giving non-Amazon, like I mean, so like Amazon is on the listing, they normally take the buy box, right? But they're giving it to third-party Amazon sellers as well. So I did sell, I know of one, maybe 2 that sold. So keep your eye out for these teas. Let's see, these here, these smell so good. These Kahlua mudslide salted caramel coffees here. They sell on a 2-pack for 13, and you're gonna pay 10 for a 2-pack, so it's not worth it. But you never know what you'll find in the food aisle. Sometimes you just gotta scan everything, right? Like if you don't see anything that you would normally pick up, you just have to you just got to go for it and just scan a bunch of stuff. And then when you scan a bunch of stuff, you'll come across stuff that you didn't think that was going to be any good that is, and then you'll know to look for that next time. Like for example, you may never think to scan these pans, right? Because there's a ton of them, but literally everything sells on Amazon for the most part. Like you will be super surprised at what you can find that sells on there that you would never think to look for if you just dig a little bit. If it's got a barcode, scan it. I'm serious. Even like these Febreze, you can make a ton of money on little stuff like this, guys. I mean, they don't have anything right this second that's gonna bring in any cash for reselling, but I've bought these before. You gotta bubble wrap them and sold them. I've bought like these little guys right here that are like the pumpkin or like a fall scent in the off season for $3 and sold them all for 12, and gotten just like hundreds of them. So you can definitely make money on things that you wouldn't think that you could. All right, didn't get anything there today. Sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes you'll stop in and you'll hit a huge score like I did a couple weeks ago. Sometimes you'll stop in, there's nothing. Sometimes you'll stop in like today and there are a few things but not really a lot, and that's fine. When you stop into places and they have like a few things but not really a lot, and you're in the process of like building a box, which is what I talk about, right? So you may not get enough for one shipment to Amazon in one store, but you may get enough for a quarter of a box or a partial box or something like that. And then, you take it home, and then as you're sourcing throughout the week, then you just build that shipment and then you send it in when you're ready. There were a few things in there that didn't quite meet my parameters, given the circumstances I'm in right now, getting ready to go out of state for a little while, but that I would have picked up normally if that wasn't the case. Those, I think they're like shampoos, the hair food ones, 3 boxes of those, 3 boxes of 4, and you're gonna make $30. That's pretty good, because you can put those in a box and add more stuff to it and send it off to FBA, not even worry about it. Heck, for 56,000 seller ranking, you could probably pick those up and send them FBM too, and they would sell real quick, no problem. So I'm glad that y'all came with me. And while making YouTube, I want to show you all that this can be done, that Amazon FBA is a business model to help you, achieve some of your financial goals, whether it be part-time or full-time or whatever. I do this part-time, and I want to show you the exciting hauls, but I also want to show you the reality of it too. Like sometimes, like today, there's some things where, you could get them, you could not, depending on what's going on in your life, depending on what your parameters are. Not everybody wants to spend $2 to make $2.50, but you can. And I don't really want, like, so sometimes, like it's a bust, you go somewhere and it's a bust, and that happens more than people think. So I don't want anybody to be confused that, hey, just because this guy, every time we watch him on YouTube, he has carts full, don't be tricked into thinking that's how it is all the time, and thinking that if you're not doing that, you're doing something wrong, right? So people that do YouTube and have platforms like this, or any kind of social media, they're 9 times out of 10, showing you their best stuff. They're going to be better looking, than they really are. They're going to come off as more confident than they really are sometimes. You're going to come off as making more money than they really are sometimes. A lot of people, they'll put their best foot forward, or they'll alter things to sort of present people with, hey, this is the life that I live. And sometimes they're 100% authentic, and that's great. But don't you feel bad because your story is not the same as theirs. So I do like to put in a little bit of these, stops where it's not so great, but I don't want to put in too many, right? Because nobody wants to watch stuff that's just, failures all the time, right? Like, oh, I went to the store 10 times this week. I filmed them all and didn't find anything. Nobody wants to see that. And 10 times, that's a stretch. If you go to 10 stores and you don't find anything to resell, then you need to expand sort of what you're looking at. Anyway, there's my rant for today. That was my one stop that I did sourcing today. I just got it in my weekly schedule, and I figured I'd bring you all with me. Didn't know what we were going to find. We found a few things, but not a mega haul. So I'm glad you all stopped by, and I'm glad you stuck it out. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the likes. So with that being said, with this video, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to see more content. Take it easy. Don't be a jerk. And until next time, keep hustling, and I'll catch you all later.